As a casual gamer, we can't resist trying out a new build when a buff arrives in the newest patch. The Red Bear's Claw build after the patch will do successive damage very easily to 11k and 14k like this. Also 18k damage and even above the number. Not only with the increased attack power using the Red Bear Hunt skill, but we also have increased poise value when using the skill. This makes us very tanky while launching the skill. You may wonder, as a Claw build, is it better to use the weapon skill or better to use the light attacks as what we did in the Claws of Light build? I will reveal the answer at the end of the video. If we continuously input to use the Red Bear Hunt weapon skill, we will launch a right hand swipe and a left hand swipe followed by a double hand swipe. Each of the swipes create a white vacuum which does successive damage. While we are using the skill, we have increased the poise value. For example, Godfrey's attack there didn't stop us using the skill. However, we can still be interrupted in between the swipes. I have 54 poise value for this build. Maybe further increase the poise can prevent the interruption. In order to get this weapon, we need to kill the Red Bear NPC who is using the weapon. After the kill, we get both the weapon and his armor set. We have a plus 10 Red Bear's Claw as our main weapon. It scales with strength at B and dexterity at D with a native 45 blood loss build-up. Dexterity contributes almost nothing to the weapon attack rating. We use a cane sword with Sabuku on it to inflict self-bleed before the fight. We also put a great turtle shell shield in our offhand to passively provide us stamina regen. Any cell with or without leveling works for this build. We use a white mask to get 10% damage increase when bleed happens. The rest of other pieces are from Rakshasha's set to give us 2% damage increase per piece. This combination gives us 54 poise, which is quite nice. We use Millicent's prosthesis and Rotten Wind sword insignia to heavily buff our consecutive damage. Shard of Alexander increases our damage by 15%. We use Lord of Blood's Exaltation to increase our damage by 20% while bleed happens. We use Thorny Character Tier for consecutive damage boost. The second tier can be Opaling Heart Tier for damage negation, or Blood Sucking Character Tier for 20% damage increase. The recommended stats for a level 150 character are listed on the right. Vigor and Strength are our primary stats. We need to pump into more points into Endurance to provide us enough stamina to continuously use the weapon skill. If we have more points, we should increase Strength to 80 and pump some points into Dexterity to increase our weapon damage. More points in mind is also needed in higher NG plus games to prevent refilling FP during the fight. We cast the Blessing Spoon to give us some HP regen. We cast the Golden Vow, drink FP Flask. Cast the Flame, grant me strength, drink our physic. We use Blood Sucking Character Tier in this case. Cast the Sabuku to inflict self-bleed to get buffs from Wet Mask and the Lord of Blood's Exaltation. Refill HP and FP and we are ready for the fight. We also have Manania's Great Rune activated to get HP back when we attack after getting any damage. At the beginning of the video, I said that we may wonder as a Claw build, is it better to use the weapon skill or better to use the light attacks? Here are the comparisons. The result showed that the weapon skill killed both Godric and Morgat faster than the light attacks. While you might want to combine both of the skills and the light attacks to maximize our damage output. Please leave your comment below and let us know how you would like to play the build. I will leave some clips about how this build is fighting the bosses in the DLC. Like this video and subscribe to keep us going. Thanks for watching.